Strava just grew some balls, or at least their new CEO did. I'm just gonna play the first like 40 seconds of this because it's A, flipping hilarious, B, on point, and C, then we'll talk all the tech. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Mike Martin, CEO at Strava, and I'm here because our social media manager told me about some of your comments. For example, this comment from Steph on X. Can someone tell the idiot running Strava that dark mode is all we actually want? Heard, Steph. And from Noah over on TikTok. For a company focused on helping people get fast, why are they so f***ing slow when it comes to dark mode? And here's one from Lucy on Reddit. Divert the damn staffing, Strava. Divert it. For the love of my eyeballs at night, please. Thank you for all of your feedback. I'm excited to let you know, especially you, Lucy, that we did in fact divert the entire staff. And as a result of that, dark mode is coming this summer, finally.
Along with a lot of other things you've asked for. Strava is in the middle of their Camp Strava, Strava Camp, whatever it is, a bunch of people out in the woods or something like celebrating, and I'm actually just here at my desk still, but instead I'm gonna dive into all the new tech things that they've announced, at least all the details they've announced thus far. In addition, this video is sponsored by Precision Hydration, more about them a little bit later on in the video. So there's like 6 new tech things coming. We'll start off with dark mode because he just talked about it. Here's a screenshot of what dark mode looks like. The key thing to understand here is that it'll automatically use your device's settings for light and dark. So just like you normally have other apps today, like every other app except Strava, now Strava will do the same. So boom, simple as that. The next thing is they're adding a family mode. This is more of a yay financial thing more than anything else, but they're adding a family mode plan this summer that allow you to share up to 4 people on the same Strava plan. So that can be 4 family members or 4 friends. They're actually very explicit about this in their FAQ, where it can be anyone in your friend group as long as that person is A, in the same country, and B, not a current subscriber. If they are a current subscriber, they can simply cancel and then go ahead and join the group, and then they become a subscriber again. There's no like loss of any of your activities or features or anything like that once you get joined back into the group again. Now, a couple things to note here. One is that all the features are the exact same as a regular individual subscriber, so that's pretty cool. Number 2 is that they don't actually know what it's going to cost yet, this is like one of the things I'm like, you had all this time, you don't know what it's going to cost, but they don't know what it's going to cost. They just know it's going to come sometime this summer to select countries and then roll out from there. I think this is awesome. My wife and I both have Strava accounts. I don't think she pays for hers anymore. I think she gave up on it. But we also have friends that like very sparingly use Strava for occasional route creation, like once every few months. So this is perfect. All like 4 of us can get on one Strava plan and hopefully save some money. Again, we'll have to see how much money we save and whether it's worth the hassle to divide that up or whatever the case is, but kudos Strava, good job on that. So the next thing coming is night heat maps. So this is something that Strava titled under their Build for Her, Build for Many section. These are all women-focused initiatives that are applicable to everyone though, but started off as like ideas that might help women's safety in some way, shape, or form. So these are heat maps that will show you routes between sunset and sunrise. And I think this is really, really cool. They don't have any graphics yet to show this, but I mean, it's a heat map. It shouldn't be all that hard. Look just like this, except be filtered for nighttime. But this is gonna be interesting. I think most of us know the areas around our homes that are like safe to run at night versus day, or just simply better to run at night versus day. I'm keen to find those areas that I don't normally run at night that are like somewhere nearby. That'd be really cool to explore. So I'm actually really excited about this, whether it's here or anywhere else I may run or ride or whatever the case is. In addition to that, under that same category, there's this new quick edit feature. This is a little fuzzy. Strava hasn't shared any screenshots yet. Their live stream for Camp Strava didn't work, so I couldn't see what those screenshots were. They said that quick edit makes it easier to make the most common edits, like activity name and privacy settings, so you can hide your start time, your map, or your workout stats. So I'm guessing this would be simply quicker to tap those things as opposed to having to dive through a bunch of menus and stuff like that. So that's pretty good. I would though note, as a general public service service announcement here, that you should have your activities always set to private by default when you upload them, and then you should manually turn them to public. I'm sure Strava won't be thrilled with me saying that, but that is like a good privacy practice. It's what I do. So when you see my activities on Strava go public, that is me giving it a manual title, giving it a photo, and then setting to public. Otherwise, all of the gazillions of activities I upload to Strava are entirely hidden from your view until I do something manual with them. Next, speaking of intelligent things to do, there is a new athlete intelligence. So this is a AI-ish power thing, but Strava made great pains to mention the fact this is not an AI chatbot. This is not like what you see in Whoop and what Fitbit's announced and other things like that. This is going to be something that asks you a certain question and you get a response and you go back and forth. You can see that in the example screenshot I have here, where it first asks what your focus is this week. You tell it what it is, and then it comes back with an answer, and then it goes from there. It's also designed to pull out some of the analytics that are already in Strava today and bring them to the forefront and maybe just compare to things that you might not have otherwise thought of. So think of this like just a better, more proactive analytics coach than necessarily an AI chatbot of sorts. Now the last thing, they went full on with the AI name, which is the quote, AI Leaderboard Integrity. So this is something that Strava says is using AI to suss out all the crappy data on Strava. In particular, the segment leaderboard where there may be leaders that are not necessarily true. So maybe an e-bike that's not tagged as an e-bike or whatever the case may be. Now, I've got a lot of questions about that, but I'll let them get to implementing that. I guess my real question is like, what the F took you so long? I mean, people have been asking this for a decade. So was this something you've been working on for like a month or something that's been sitting in the burner for like years and the previous CEO rejected it and now the new CEO is like, duh?
Heard.
I don't really know. Because I didn't mention it earlier on, this is their new CEO. He was hired back in December, started in January after the previous CEO and founder announced his retirement, whatever the case is, last year, about a year ago. And so this is all the new CEO and his new direction. And so it sounds like from both the press release as well as this video that he is full on team like, get this shit done. And so I'm hoping that's the case. Now again, everything that you just seen there has a date of this summer or later this year. There's not much more detailed than that, which is par for the course from Strava. In the past, when they had Camp Strava, it was about a month before we saw the first thing come out of this. And I'm sure we're probably going to see more details from Camp Strava over the coming days as other things on that presentation that wasn't live streamed, that should have been live streamed, will show up. And so I will circle back if there's more of that. Now, as I mentioned earlier on, this video is sponsored by Precision Fuel and Hydration. They don't have anything to do with Strava. They just have stuff to do with powering your actual Strava activity that you eventually upload to Strava and see in dark mode. They've been sponsoring the FitFile podcast that myself and DesFit do over on the FitFile podcast channel, link up in the corner there. And more importantly, I've been using them for a couple of years now, alongside my wife as well, for all of her races. But they're also used by a bunch of Tour de France riders, Major League Baseball, NFL, NBA, you name it. You may have seen last summer, in fact, I did an entire post on the stickers that Tour de France riders put on their stems, and those stickers list basically all the things that that athlete needs to get and exactly when they need to get them in their body over the course of each stage. And they're changed for every single stage and unique for every single rider. What's also cool about them is they've got an athlete support crew for regular people like you and me that you can actually call up and have a 20-minute conference call with like a sports scientist and walk through what your race goals are or your event is, and they'll help recommend certain products for that particular thing. Of course, if you don't like talking to people, you can also use their planner on their website. And while you're at the website, you can get 15% off your first order using coupon code DCR. Anyways, thanks to Precision Fuel and Hydration for sponsoring this video. And again, don't forget to whack the subscribe button at the bottom there to get plenty more sports technology goodness. Have a good one.